Here we are in step number 3 of the individual tree braid extension hairstyle. In this step, I will be showing you how simple and easy it is to braid the back of your head. For some individuals, this is quite difficult because it's more comfortable to braid the front because you can see your hands and see everything that's going on. Now, in order to braid the back of your head, it's going to take some patience and practice, but I'm going to show you how simple it is to do so. So here we are at the back of my head, and I'm going to show you step by step how simple it is to still braid even though you're at the back. Now, the issue with this with a lot of individuals is that when you are braiding the back, it feels totally different than the front. It's very easy to actually see your hands in front of you and get used to braiding your hair in front so that way you can see everything you're doing. Now, the problem with braiding the back is not the technique, because the technique is the same. It's just a mental block because you can't see. So you have to just get over the fact that your hands are behind you, and then you can actually begin to braid. This still will take practice and you have to be patient, but you will quickly understand that if you just do the same motions in the back of your head like the front of your head, you will get the same results. So just to show you, I'm going to prepare the hair exactly the same way I always do. The same way I prepare the hair for the back of my head is the same way I prepare the hair for the front of my head. Now make sure the hair is positioned in your dominant hand. So you just position the hair into your fingers in your dominant hand. Now I'm going to bring this hand around and begin braiding. So you just place your hand right over your head. Now, if it was my left hand, I would cross my left hand over, but since my right hand is dominant, my right hand is crossed over in the back. Use your other hand to locate the area you need to braid and actually begin braiding. You're doing the same braiding technique like you would at the front. You're just in the back of your head. So you're going to keep braiding about an inch or two past your scalp with your individual braid, but if you have been releasing extension hair sooner, then you're going to switch your arms around sooner. So now, in order to make this more of a comfortable braid, I'm just going to grab my right hand and move it over to the side, reposition my fingers, and just continue braiding. Now at this point, you have to take out hair along the way to do the tree braiding technique. So I'm going to pinch a little piece, separate it, and then I'm going to push it over my head, but you can also use your duck bill clip to prevent the hair from falling down as well. So I'm just going to push that over, and I'm just going to continue braiding and doing the same technique. Now, if it helps you, make sure to have a mirror in front to assist you so that you can see what you're doing now that your hands are positioned on the side here. So just continue braiding and taking out pieces of hair along the way. And of course, if your braid is becoming too thin to take out pieces of hair, just continue braiding past your real hair and then glue the end. Not the very end, but glue the end of the braid once you've passed about an inch or two past your real hair. So I'm definitely past my hair, and at this point I am going to glue, and then I'm going to release all the hairs down to show you that it's going to turn out the exact same way in the back as the front. So you fan it just so that it can dry and it's not sticky, and then you're going to pull down all of your legs to see your finished result. So as you can see, braiding the back of your head is a very simple and easy process, but it may be difficult for some depending on how much experience you have when doing so. To braid the back, you're simply going to go through the same motions you do in the front of your head. Your hands are just positioned in the back. Be sure to be patient and take your time to make sure that the hair is attached properly and that you're pulling out pieces of hair along the way effectively. To help you even more, put a stand-up mirror to position in front of you and behind you to clearly see the back of your head as you are doing that process. So now that you've finished braiding the back of your head, in the very next step, step number 4, I will be sharing with you some hair care tips and tricks to keep your hair healthy and your extensions looking fresh.